Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Hippie's Chopper Corner. Hope everybody out there in Chopper Land's doing good. Hope you had a good Christmas. Got a New Year's coming up. Just been wiring on this bike. Now comes the fun, tedious task of wiring it up. And I don't enjoy wiring. Matter of fact, it is the bane of my existence, I believe. But I'll give y'all a quick little rundown here on what has transpired in the last few days. I didn't record anything last night. The video I uploaded last night, I recorded one day last week. But sorry, this ain't shoddy camera work. I'm just don't want you to see something until I'm ready for you to see it. Boom, got the seat back. Seat came out nice. Let me I'll show y'all something here. It's gonna look more like see if I can hold the camera and get this under here. Because by the time I get my fender on there, there's gonna be a little room under there, but there's a seat. I think it came out great. My upholster folded it under and he double stitched it. That way when I'm sitting on it and it's putting pressure right here, it won't tear it. But I think he did a good job. I think I did a good job considering that's the first kind of seat pan I did like that. I hadn't done one like that before. But I think the seat came out all right. Made a little battery box here. Just like I did in the other one. I had to pull the battery out of this one and walk myself back through how I wired it just to remember, how I did it. Because I'm going to do this in the same way. Same style battery box. See, it just sets down in there and holds the battery. It bolts to the back of the oil bag right there. But we're going to get that installed. Guys, I am 40 watch hours away from becoming YouTube certified, part of the partner program. So I'm getting close, guys. Wanted to show y'all the seat. Oh, what was that? That was that socket, wasn't it? All right. We don't need no stinking socket. Damn, where's my bolts? Oh, there they are. I don't need lock washers. I am running nylocks. You can do lock washers and nylocks, but I personally feel like it's a bit redundant to do that. I wouldn't do it. Unless your nylock's been wore out. Some guys will tell you not to reuse nylocks once you've used them. I'm not that guy. I'm going to tell you to. And mad props to all my subscribers that jumped in my comments and stood up for me last night. I had some freaking bozo. Yeah, dude, and if you're watching, you're a freaking bozo. Don't subscribe. If you have, unsubscribed and move on to somebody else's channel, punk. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? But anyway, it was on last night's video. If y'all want to go read it and give him the blues, I don't care. I said my piece to him. I told him to go eat a Petey Pete, in other words. He got in there and he said something to the effect of, "This, boys and girls, is a shop you would never want to take your bike to. Very unprofessional, and everything there is jerry-rigged." And I'm like, who the hell's Jerry? I mean, the fact that I'm the home of the sketchy chopper, that should tell you everything, punk. But anyway, I don't build sketchy stuff. Well, I do build sketchy stuff. If you're running a foot clutch, a jockey shift, no front brake, hardtail, kick only, extended front end. I mean, that's sketchy in itself to get out there and run 70 miles an hour. That's what I mean by that. These bikes are safe to ride. For me, I build them for me, and that's what I told that guy. I'm not a shop that's open to the public. These are my motorcycles. I never claimed to be a professional. I am not a professional. I show y'all my mistakes. I tell y'all when I don't know something. So, hey, to that dude that said that in my comments, how about that? Anyway, I'm done soapboxing, guys, and I'm sorry. But anyway, I have got to, first of all, I need to put a ratcheting wrench on there. It's hard to get to. And of course, my 9/16 ratcheting wrench ain't gonna be where I need it to be. Yeah, there it is. Man, let me see, can I get a socket in there? I felt like this was going to go a little bit quicker than it's going. But it ain't. But, here's what's more likely going to happen, guys. I'm more than likely going to get the gas tank and the fender back for that David Mann bike before I get this one. My painter ran into a few issues painting this one. Had a couple of times that the paint tried lifting on him, and he's had to redo a couple of things, and because he won't let it leave his shop. If it ain't up to his standards. So he didn't run into any problems on the David Mann paint. So, and again, it looks like it could very well be, Monday before he gets it to me. So after this video right here, I honestly don't know if I'll put any content out until I get that paint back. My chromer's continuing to ghost me. I'm really struggling on what to do with that situation. If I come on here and I promise y'all this and I promise y'all that, in which, at the end of the day, I'm not done fabricating. I'm still wiring the bike up, so I'm not 100% ready, but I think I'm gonna get it wired up, put some oil in it, rig me up a fuel system, see if I can get it fired up, maybe start tuning on it a little bit. That way when everything comes back, it's just a matter of, putting her together. All right, I'm gonna pause y'all for a minute, turn my music back on. Y'all see what I'm doing. It's boring. You don't want to watch me do that. I'll bring you back when I get something done. All right, hope y'all can hear me over my heat. But as you can see, I got the battery in. The battery box is mounted right here. The battery just sits off down in that hole right there. Pretty much like that. And just making that box saves me about $75 for that. I don't have to buy that piece that goes with that oil bag. Plus gives you an opportunity to, hand make little parts. All right, we're getting there. Wiring is very boring work. You got a black wire, a blue wire, and a red wire that comes out of your light. Of course, your black's gonna be your ground, your red's gonna be your headlight, your blue's gonna be your high beam. I like to wire my blue and my red together and run my headlight high beam all the time. On some of these cheaper headlights, and I paid like $100 for this one, so I'm hoping it won't do it. Sometimes it'll burn your bulb out, and if that's the case, just put a new one in it and, you know, go back in and unhook it or keep doing it. I don't know. But I solder everything. I heat shrink it, tie it up nice and tight. This is my high beam, low beam right here. This is going to be my ground. I actually just going to ground it back to the battery. For some reason, I wasn't getting a good ground going down here to the voltage regulator mount. Don't know why. That's how I did it on that one over there. A lot of guys will ground the headlight bucket. Well, you got to remember, man, you got that roller bearing in your neck, and a lot of times it don't give you a good ground, so I don't like to do that. Voltage regulator wire is ran, ready to be hooked up. Wire from the points to the coil is already hooked up. I'm getting ready to, so I can't find the key to this bike. When I bought this bike, it had a regular 3-position key switch. I can't figure out what I do with the key. So I'm just going to keep it simple, and we'll put an on-off switch on it. I'll just make a little mount for it. On-off switch. You don't need a key to steal these bikes. Anybody knows these bikes knows you probably don't need a key. If you want it bad enough, put it neutral and roll it away. When you get it home, put a new key switch on it. There's no security to these old bikes. You know, most people would have to push it away because they couldn't get it started, but that's a different point. So I'm going to see if I can get this switch mounted up, and then I can start figuring out how long my other wires need to be. This usually takes me a few days because I get burned out real quick doing it. So it ain't like I hadn't got the time. So y'all stay with me, man, and I'll keep this boring shit going. Okay, got a little bracket made right here. I am not the best welder, never said I was, but at least I ain't got a grind on that one. And it's not easy welding thin metal to thick metal either, especially with an old welder like I got. We're just gonna dust this black. There we go. There. Stand a little bit on that edge, couldn't it? We'll call that good enough before I make a mess. Then we're gonna speed dry it. That's what my painter needs to do. He needs to get out there with a heat gun and speed dry my paint and get it back to me. Good enough. I can unplug that for now. Once I get this bike put together and get the bugs worked out of it, I'll probably tear it down and send the frame off for powder coat, because that's all that'll left to be done on it. For now, this back half is just rattle can. You bump it good, you're knocking the paint off of it, but I'm not willing to slow down, tear it apart, get powder coat right now. I'm ready to see this bike put together, and that's where we're at. Hey YouTube, look at me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I don't need no stinking key. Let's see, do we want I'd rather have it up and down. Well, that gets the wires away from the oil bag. Wait, it was in the off position. Now we got it. Having a jam nut on it, I don't know if I need to put Loctite on that or not, but that's pretty much it, man. Prime it, hit the switch, kick it. 12 volts goes the headlight, tail light, and the coil at the same time. I don't care. Ain't worried about it. She's coming together, guys. I still need to make a wire going from my brake pressure switch up to the circuit breaker. I don't run fuses, I run these circuit breakers. I'll have these circuit breakers mounted in here. My headlight will go to it. My headlight, tail light will go to it. 12 volts to the coil. Brake pressure switch. Power from the switch to here. And then power from the battery to another breaker to the switch. So when I hit the switch, runs power straight to this breaker. Has to go through another breaker to get to this breaker. Hook the voltage regulator wire up to the battery. That ground to the battery, or ground to here. And that's it. She's wired. So it's 80% wired. That's all I'm gonna do tonight. I've just been living in this shop, and I'm burning out. You know, trying to hit these 4,000 watch hours. You know, my buddy Slick at Slickhead Custom Cycles, he told me, man, a long time ago, like him and I hooked up about 6 months ago. I think my channel's about 8 or 9 months old right now. And the first 3 months I was putting videos out, I was doing just 2 and 3 minute, 4 minute video, 5 minute videos, you know. And he told me, he goes, man, you're never gonna make it inside of your first year to hit your watch hours. He goes, if you don't step it up and start making your videos longer. I wished I would have known that in the beginning, and I wouldn't be here just, you know, pushing for them now. I would have them, but once I get them, guys, I'm gonna probably go back to 2 videos a week, like I was been doing. It's just 2 videos a week. And when I really start editing, I probably won't have time to do more than 1 video a week. That's what most creators are doing. But my wife's mother's in town. We didn't get to see her for Christmas, so we've got to go have dinner tonight. So I'm gonna shut it down and go in and get cleaned up, because it's dinner with me all tonight. But anyway, I appreciate you guys tuning in, all my subscribers, everybody that man, we're over 2,400, pushing for 2,500 now. But anybody that's new, welcome to the channel. Keep coming back. Editing's not the best, but I am getting better. Hippie's Chopper Corner, home of Sketchy Chopper, where we keep them sketchy all the time. About screwed up my own logo. Happy New Year, guys.